This year spring in early April, my family and I visited my home country, Zambia. We had a great time. It was the first time my parents and all my other relatives meeting my two boys. It was so amazing. We had a great time. And while I was there, I want to share with you guys some of the culture shocks that I had experienced. I had not been home. The last time I was there before this year was 2017. So having been in Finland this long and not visiting home, I had these reverse culture shocks, which was so shocking for me. And I want to share with you guys some of the experience I had while I was in Zambia. So in case you're new to my channel, you are most welcome. My name is Alice, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I make YouTube videos about Finland and fashion as well. So I'll just dive in and share with you guys some of the culture shocks that I had experienced. The first one, which really bothered me, was the one where people would come in your home without removing their shoes. I got so used to whenever you visit a place, you have to take off your shoes. I think it's such a cool and good and hygienic thing to do. But back home, I remember, I think at my mom's place, one of her friends came in and she didn't even take off her shoes. She just entered, went through the kitchen, she went here and stuff, and with her shoes on her feet. So this was kind of like weird for me because I am used to that now, and I realized like, okay, here it's not like that common. I know some people do that even in Zambia, like they take off their shoes, but it's not like commonly practiced there as it is done here in Finland. The second one is that there is always somebody servicing you. What I'm trying to say is like, I remember when we just arrived at the airport, we had our relatives waiting for me. I think my sister and my aunt were waiting for us there. Once we just got out, there are these men helping you with like pushing your bags. I think they are part of the airport service and stuff. They're helping you push your bags to the car. Either you want to tip them or you don't want to tip them. It's just up to you. Having experienced that, because I know whenever I arrived here in Finland, no one comes to grab my bag like, oh, can I help you carry it and stuff. No one does that. That was kind of nice because it's been long. Also, when we went to the filling station to go put some gas in the car, it was also there's somebody working there, which I have not seen in a very long time. I know here in Finland it's all about self-service, which is cool, but there's somebody like doing that for you, and also cleaning your window screen. Is it your window screen? And also if you want your oil to be checked, you want to check your air in the tire, there's somebody doing that for you. Like, just so many services, you guys. Even when you go to the restaurant, it's just like abandoned services, which you don't really have to tip them or anything. Like, you can if you want to, but it's not mandatory to do that. In the line of servicing, also the fact that we have house helps. There are house helps. There's a garden guy, there's the security guy, there is the lady that cleans the house and cooks and stuff. It's just so amazing. I had not experienced this in a very long time. So when I went home, I was trying to get my things done, you know, like, okay, I need to cook something. Then I realized that, okay, my parents have a house help, you know, like we have a maid who does that in the house, or we have a garden boy who cleans the yard, or we have a security guard. We don't have to worry about like safety and stuff. So that was kind of like not shocking, but I was like, oh, we do have these things here, you know. So that was amazing. I'm just appreciating that we have such services almost everywhere, and you barely do the minimum of things. But here in Finland, you pretty much have to clean your own house, you have to do your own dishes, you have to do your own cooking. Well, you can find house helps if you want, but they're just more expensive here in Finland as compared to Zambia. But one of not splitting the bill, oh my God. It's like if you come from abroad, you visit back home, and then you invite a friend over, you are gonna have to pay. You will pay for that bill and everything. There'll be nothing like splitting. This I was used to when I was living in Zambia. I was so used to this. If you invite me out, I know you're gonna pay for my meal, you're gonna pay for everything. I'm not gonna pay anything unless I just want to. But when I moved here to Finland, I learned it the other way, and it was a bit hard for me to adjust in the beginning, because when friends tell you like, oh, let's go for a drink, or come and join us for a drink, I was thinking they'll buy me drinks and stuff, but apparently I had to use my own money. That splitting of bill, it's like a Finnish thing or a European thing, I don't know, but in Africa we don't usually do that. Some do it when they want to, but it's not very commonly practiced. Not being able to drink water direct from the tap. Oh my god, this one, I had missed Finland so much, because when I got home I was so used with drinking water from the tap as we do it here in Finland, and the water is always like so cold. There's nothing like putting water in the container and in the freezer and stuff. The water is fresh, very clean, you can drink right from the tap. I got home and I made that mistake the first time because I was used to doing that. So we always had to buy like the water, putting it on a dispenser, like a big container of mineral water. This was kind of like a bother to me because I was used, and I saw it as well when my son was playing outside with the hose pipe. You call it a hose pipe? What is it called? Yeah, like he was playing with water and he was almost like drinking. I was like, you don't drink water direct from the tap because it's kind of not clean and not safe to drink. So yeah, that was kind of like a very big bother for me, and I had to kind of like reverse myself and say, okay, yeah, we don't do that here. You have to like, first of all, either you boil the water or you just buy fresh mineral water from the store. The other one is the driving situation. So on these driving points, I have about two. First of all, it's the rough driving and the whole different traffic rules. By different traffic rules, I don't mean like different signs. I mean like what's acceptable there is not acceptable here. For example, like if there is a roadblock, in case there is like police ahead, a roadblock, you have to put your hazards on, which you don't do here. And also, if like you are in driving ahead and somebody behind want to overtake you, and you want to allow them to overtake you, you kind of like put the indicator like if, because we drive on the left side, so if they want to overtake you, you indicate this way, which means don't overtake. There's like traffic coming ahead of you. You're pretty much like their eyes. And then if they can overtake you and you want them to overtake you, you indicate on the left side, and then they can overtake you. Like that kind of thing is not applied here. Here in Finland, you don't do that. You don't do that at all. But there back home we do. And also the rough riding. Oh my God. The driving is so speed. Like it's rough. It's about, I don't know. It's just so rough. I felt like I couldn't drive in the capital city at all because I was like, I don't want to scratch your car and I can't manage with this. Like it's too much for me. I am okay with driving here in Finland. I've driven here in Turku, Tampere, in Helsinki. I have no problem with that because I feel like everyone is pretty much following the rules. But back home there are people who are following the traffic rules and some are not. I did drive when I was in my hometown, Livingston, and I would say I wasn't that very good as well because everything was kind of distracting for me. And first of all, because here we drive on the right side, and then in Zambia we drive on the left side. Also that I had to keep that in mind. The same way I had to keep that in mind when I was getting my driver's license here. I had to keep in mind that I have to keep right. And then now I go back home and I have to remind myself, okay, I don't have to go this lane. I have to go this lane. I liked it when there was someone in front of me driving so that I can like follow where they're going. But yeah, so that was also kind of very disturbing for me, and I had to kind of like learn again to get accustomed to it, to get used to that. If there's one thing that Finland has taught me, and I am really glad I learned that, is not showing up to someone's place unannounced. Like it's just rude and you might miss the person. So I learned that if I want to go to someone's place, you have to call, because now with cell phones and it's easy to get in touch with everyone, you just have to call like, okay, are you home? Can I come over? You have to ask and stuff if someone has plans. But I experienced that when I went back home to Zambia. a friend of mine knew that I had, like arrived in the country. She came at the time. She didn't tell me, she didn't call me like she's coming over. She didn't call me to ask if I'm home or not. And we would leave the house so early to go and do our activities, to go and explore. She came in around, I think, 10 in the morning, and we had just left. She came around noontime. We were not still there. She came I think around 17, and we're still not there. How would just show up and announce you didn't tell me you were coming over or ask me if I'm home? So that also, I know it's not very much practice, like maybe some people do call, of course they just don't show up, but I know it's also very common because they'll say like, oh, I was just going by this store and I thought like I just come in and say hi to you, like just bump in, not even tell you like, can I come in, or not just like knock on the door and boom, I'm here. I was just passing through, I was going here, I thought I'd just say hi. Like that's kind of like not cool. I think it's just learning some boundaries. Like, come on, give people some space, ask them if they are willing to receive visitors or not. Don't just show up. I feel like Finland and this Finnish custom is growing on me so much. I won't tell you how bothered I was and kind of like irritated with this point I'm going to make of strangers like coming to touch your clothes, or they'll like, okay, the thing is, in Zambia we are very chatty even with strangers, which is cool, which is okay. That didn't like shock me or anything. I like that, and I do miss that. Like strangers just come and say hi to you, and everyone is everyone's sister, everyone is everyone's brother. So we do that, like, hi brother, hi sister. It's very common. I'm okay with that. But there are people that I get to meet that I don't even remember. I don't know them, but they'll be like, oh, you must be this one's sister. One thing I don't like, and that bothered me a lot, was when you look nice. Oh, I like your dress. And they come and start touching your clothes, oh, your dress is so nice, where did you buy it? Oh, like they start turning you around and touching your stuff, like, oh, where did you buy this cute one? And if it's your hair, oh, your hair looks nice. Oh, what is this, like they're so touchy. And that really bothers me, because here, I swear to God, here I have never experienced such a thing whereby someone comes and like, you're looking nice, where did you buy this outfit? Maybe close friends and stuff, they can do that, but not strangers or distant friends like touching your clothes and let me see, where did you buy this? Oh, like it was so annoying. And the last point is the gate crashing. This one is, I pretty much know, like pretty much most African countries have this problem of gate crashing. I remember we were having like some small barbecue at home, and you just invite a friend over, and then apparently we had more than the people we invited, because most of them just came like, oh, we heard you around, and they come over and you cannot like chase them. They come in uninvited. Pretty much the same as visiting unannounced, but this is like if it's an event and they get crashed, so the food that you bought for a particular number of people won't be enough anymore, because you now have like this big crowd of people over you did not invite. And also, if I invite one person over, they're gonna bring their friend, and maybe their friend is gonna bring their friend, and their friend will bring their daughter. I honestly have no big problem with that, but that was like, here someone invites you over, it's just go. If it's just you alone, go by yourself. If it's you and the whole family, it has to be the people that I invited, go there. If you're not invited, don't go. I really appreciate my people. I know I have no problem with most of these, except the ones which I feel like, okay, you can do better, like the ones for not removing your shoes in the house. Those I think you just have to like work on it and just change. I know every country has different customs, but yeah, some of them are cool, and I had to like re-experience them and like just realize that I am in Zambia and it's done like this. So thank you so much for watching my video, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.